Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Current Radio. Check us out online at currentradio.com. You can download the Current Radio app to your smart device and take us on all your summer vacations or your 4th of July holiday if you so choose. You can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look us up, Current Radio, and streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and you can watch us from the Current Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show, I guess, technically 4th of July edition, Chris, right? Because we're off tomorrow and Saturday is the 4th, and we don't ever work on Saturdays. So technically July 2nd / July 4th edition, we'll call it. Like I just mentioned, we will be off tomorrow to celebrate the 4th of July. Did we ever answer that question, Chris? Would you rather have Friday or Monday if the holiday lands on Saturday?
Friday. I'd rather have a Friday.
You think so?
Yeah, give me a bumper.
Let me explain why Monday works better. And it's something that I learned coming home from Vegas on Sundays. You don't want to drive with a bunch of other traffic. So if you ever get the opportunity to take the Monday off and come home on Monday, you'll save yourself a big headache in traffic. So that's the only reason, to me, that Monday makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Feel me?
I feel it.
Would you rather have the 3.5-hour drive from Vegas, or would you rather have the 6-hour drive from Vegas? Ask my nephew. He just did it Memorial Day weekend, and he made that big mistake of, I'm going to drive home on Sunday.
Never drive home on a Sunday.
6 hours later. And so on a holiday weekend, I think it is almost best to just take the Monday off. So I'm going to go ahead and did we find out if Scott's taking Monday off? He ever let me know? He didn't let me know, did he? But we'll be off tomorrow. You guys will hear a best of, and then I hope you guys enjoy the 4th of July weekend. As I'll try to. I'm staying in town. Are you staying in town, Chris? You got any big plans? No plans?
Nah, I'm staying in town.
Are you staying at the house, or you guys got family stuff going on?
I think I'm just going to stay at the house right now unless someone gives me a better option.
Then can you keep an eye on Tinker? Oh, no. She's fine. She did great last year. I don't even think we were home last year. I just put on TV, turn up the TV kind of louder, and then maybe music in another room, and just have a couple lights on, the hall light, and she's fine. She does well. She can't get out, so it's not like she's going to escape anywhere. But that's the big thing. The big issue is not just fires that you guys have to be wary of and mindful of, but pets as well. If you guys are pet owners, it freaks them out just terribly. What are they doing? Is they blowing up a watermelon on the TV behind you, Chris? Is that look? Turn around. It's about to explode. Is that a watermelon? Why are we doing Gallagher stunts? Do you know who Gallagher is?
I do know who Gallagher is, but
just wanted to check. There's always
apparently showing safety things for 4th of July.
No, what you're doing is giving kids ideas on what to do.
I already know what I'm going to do next.
Blow up a watermelon, kid. This is how you. And when we were kids, and now they're banned in Kern County, I guess, those little Piccolo Petes. Did you guys have Piccolo Petes when you guys were kids?
Yeah, they were outlawed right when I was growing up, but we still got them.
And you know why, right? Because we used to take the Piccolo Petes. It's not because they were loud and made noises and stuff, but what we used to do with them is you get them, right? You take that little stand off the bottom, then you hammer it down just a little bit, just break up that gunpowder just a little bit, not too much. And then you get duct tape and you tape that bad boy as tight as you can. Just tape it up really good. Just cap off the bottom, and then you lay it down and you light it. And then it's like a stick of dynamite. It's not very big. I mean, yeah, it might blow a finger off if you held it. We were like 13, 12, 14 years old. And that's why they banned those things. I'm guessing anyways. Partly our fault. Partly our fault. I apologize. Partly our fault. But now you don't even need those. Everybody has illegals in town. Just about. So you guys be careful out there this weekend. Be mindful of fires. Be mindful of the pets, of your pets. The shelters will probably be not like they're not already, but overrun with pets. And so just feed your cat or feed your dog some CBD or something, and just keep them calm. They'll be fine. They'll make it through. Just keep them locked in. My dog's an inside dog, so I don't have to worry about her getting out of the house or out of the yard. She stays inside. She's a spoiled little dog, and so I'm not too worried about her. She'll be. If you do happen to see a little white dog, you know her, Chris. She'll run right by your door. If you happen to see her, just call her. She'll come to you. She'll come inside, and then you can just hit me up. But we got a great show. Sorry. We got a great show for you guys lined up. We are going to be asking the question, the all-important question, especially with this week's ruling with the Supreme Court. And I don't want to make it too political. I just kind of want an honest, genuine answer from people. And you guys can feel free to call in at any time to help answer the question. And it's specific to you. It's not a generic question of what do you think it means to be American? No, what to you as an individual, as a person, right now living in America, what does it mean to you to be an American? Not what does it mean to be a citizen or what does it mean to be, no, what to you does it mean to be an American right now? And so we'll ask that question. Again, if you guys want to chime in at any time, you can. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can call in, you can text. We'll talk to some people. I've put in requests to make some phone calls today. So in the 2 o'clock hour, we're going to call a bunch of people and ask that very question. We'll talk with Sheriff Donnie Youngblood. We'll call him and get his thoughts on what it means to be an American. We'll talk to Cassie Biddle, owner operator of Casey's Steakhouse and the Stockyard. We'll find out what it means to her to be an American. We'll talk with Zach Bashirtash, city councilman, and find out what it means to him, to be an American. We'll talk with Supervisor Leticia Perez and find out what it means to her to be an American as well. And again, if you guys want to chime in, you can do so. 661-842-5376. I believe I'm looking at my texts keep going off. We'll also talk with Kathy Abernathy at some point. I told her we'll call her because I also want to I want different demographics. I don't want just, one specific type of person or Republicans or Democrats. And I don't even want to I just want answers from different walks of life of people. That's why we'll talk to somebody in law enforcement. I believe Chief just texted me back. Chief Stratton from BPD. We'll ask him what it means to be, what it means to him to be an American today. So if you guys want to chime in, feel free to do so. We'll do that in the 2 o'clock hour. Later in this hour, we'll talk about Crazy California, something they were trying to do up in Sacramento on the slick and sly like they always try to do. I'll tell you what that is and stripping powers from an elected official and why they want to do that. And then yesterday, I was going to tell you a bunch of new laws that took effect yesterday, actually, that you might want to be aware of. I'll go ahead and explain some of those. And we know more about the couple that climbed to the top spire of the Empire State Building and has sparked a meme craze all over the internet. Have you seen it yet already, Chris?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
I thought the lady was clever. The lady friend, the tall, gorgeous blonde, texted me something yesterday, and the flag. Everybody's doing it. They're taking the shot of the girl and the guy that climbed up the spire and put the flag out that said, "When the power of love conquers the love of power, the world knows peace." And everybody changed it and put whatever they wanted their message to be and posted their pictures today. Have you seen a lot? I've seen a lot on the internet today of different people.
I haven't seen a lot of them, but I've seen a couple people do it now. I figured this was going to be the case.
Yeah, of course. Of course, it's not the internet if you don't have a nice, you know, craze that somebody wants to think that they're the only one doing it. It's cute, but that we know more about that couple, I'll explain. And then some crazy things out of Las Vegas. Not only a Bakersfield man arrested in Las Vegas for a shooting in the Oleander neighborhood, but also a possible mass shooting that was thwarted. Whoa, hold on now.
Thwarted?
Thwarted? Thwarted?
I think it's thwart.
Thwarted? Thwart.
You were stopped from doing something?
Yes.
Yeah, thwarted.
Thwarted. Yes. They possibly stopped what could have been a mass shooting at a hotel and casino that I've been at many times. Maybe not some of you, but at least I have been there many, many times. I'll explain later in the program. But we'll get to it before we take a break. They identified, unfortunately, the man that was killed just around the corner from here over the weekend. You remember I told you on Monday about the alleged DUI accident that happened just around the corner from us right here on Chester Lane in California, Saturday night, Sunday morning, just around midnight. A car coming off of Chester Lane, going south, crossing on California, gets T-boned by a 23-year-old who we've learned now was not only intoxicated, but was also allegedly texting at the time of the accident. He is charged with, where does it say? Where'd it go? He is being charged with vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated and DUI causing injury. He is also charged with infractions for texting while driving, failing to stop for the red light signal, and not providing proof of insurance. 23-year-old Gavin Manchu pleaded not guilty, or not guilty pleas were entered on his behalf in court on Tuesday. Bail was set at $110,000, and as of yesterday, he is out on bail. At least records show his blood alcohol content at the time of the accident was 0.089. So he was just over the legal limit. Nonetheless, still had drinks, and that's why I always say, I don't care if you have one. Just don't even get in the car. Because now look, he probably only had one, 0.089. The legal limit is 0.08. But had he not got in the car, he would not have been there at that accident. He would not have caused that accident, allegedly. The other factor that's going to be really big in this is the texting. And that they'll be able to prove without any, you know what I mean? All they're going to do is pull up records. They'll hit up whoever his phone provider is, and they will pull his records. And if there's any text messages that were sent anywhere around 12:03, 04, 05, around the time of this accident, they'll know. So that's going to be an easy case to prove, but and especially going into the holiday weekend, you guys, please do not drink and drive. It's just not worth it. Stay wherever you are. If you're with family or friends at their house celebrating the 4th of July and you've had too much to drink, just ask them to sleep on their couch. Get an Uber, get a taxi, whatever. Do not get in the vehicle behind the wheel, or don't even get in the vehicle with somebody else and don't let your friends do it. Don't let your friends leave the house if they've been drinking. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. We've seen it way too many times, and it's always the other person that gets killed, and then you'll be spending time in jail, and it's just not worth it. Celebrate responsibly this weekend, you guys. We'll get to a break. On the other side, we'll catch you up on the couple that climbed to the top of the Empire State Building. Love is in the air. I think they topped Travis and Taylor. I'm calling them TNT now. Travis and Taylor.
In terms of being a bigger story?
Yeah, oh yeah, the love story out of New York.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah. At least for the day, anyways. Taylor will take that back tomorrow on the actual wedding date, but
I'm gonna laugh if no one talks about it.
nobody's going to talk about it. Nobody's.
Kind of hope that's the case.
Well, it's funny because they're like all secret and private and not trying to divulge any secrets, but they know they want everybody to talk about it.
Well, celebrities.
Of course. I'll catch you up on they are kind of celebrities, actually. I'll tell you more about the couple that climbed to the top of the Empire State Building. Crazy laws and bills that went into effect on July 1st. I'll let you know about something Sacramento was trying to do on the sly. As always, I'll fill you in on, and we'll ask the important question, what does it mean to you to be an American? Chime in if you want. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be back.
Current Radio, News Talk 96.1
What's up,
and
Catherine?
AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till
101 degrees
Sorry,
in
Katie
Newark, all
was
part
telling
of
me.
what the forecasters described as a massive heat dome covering about a third of the country. So a lot of hot weather in store for this upcoming 4th of July weekend. The U.S. economy saw job creation stall just a bit in the latest report. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says non-farm payrolls for June increased by a seasonally adjusted 57,000 for the month. That was less than half of what they were expecting. On Wall Street at the close, the Dow was up by 59 points. This is SRN News.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic.
Headlines from the KERN Newsroom. I'm Chris Davis. You'll be paying a couple of cents more for both gas and diesel, with the state excise tax on both going up a couple of cents. That announcement was made Wednesday by the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. The average price right now for a gallon of regular is $5.35, says Gas Buddy. The Amber Alert for 3-month-old Maxence Sirois in Hayward in Alameda County has been canceled, says the California Highway Patrol. They say the child was found, but nothing further. A person who was found dead Tuesday in a swimming pool at a house on Pine Glen Drive has been ID'd by the Kern County Coroner's Office as 71-year-old Sarwa Ama Al-Duri of Bakersfield. Cause and manner of death as yet undetermined. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MONEY to borrow up to $10,000.
First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here from the First Look with Scott Cox radio program. We are taking Friday off to celebrate our 4th of July weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great time, safe, sane, all that. Don't drive drunk, all of that stuff. And then join us back here Monday, same time, same channel, 6 to 9, right here in News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
It's something that song. Yeah. Yeah.
This song came out when I was in high school.
Put your hands up. Unless, of course, you're driving, then don't put your hands up. My daughter got mad at me earlier for doing that. We were listening to...
I can't believe this song is like 16, 17 years
Is it
old.
really? How old is Miley? She's not still
She's right.
16?
She's like 34.
Like she's still not 16? Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app. Find us on social media and streaming live on YouTube, where you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios, powered by Adaptive Network, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638, Adaptive Networks. She's how old now? 33?
33.
Oh. Whatever.
Well, it says she was born in 92, but
Yeah, this might be later in the year if she's your age. She hasn't quite hit the birthday yet like you have. And so she hasn't turned
well,
another
see, I was
year.
born in June of 93.
Oh.
I just turned 33. She's a year older than me.
Ah, so she's 30. She'll be
Turning
34. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Anything on the text board there, sir, before we move any further?
No, just somebody giving me a song suggestion. as
Oh,
well.
what do they want to hear?
They just said "Love is in the air" or "Love in the air."
That's not a 4th of July song.
Oh, I think they meant more because of what
Because
the
love is in
topic
the
is.
air. Yeah, I know that, but we need 4th of July songs. I need. Can you give me a Hulk Hogan's
Oh, of course.
entrance? We'll
Yeah.
I need that one.
I am a
Yep.
real man. Oh,
Yep.
no, I was
Yep.
already on the list.
And I'll think of some others. If you guys want to chime in, you can do so. And you can also chime in on the question, what does it mean to you to be an American? We'll be asking that question of all kinds of people today. I've got some people will call in the 2 o'clock hour. Sheriff Donnie Youngblood will chime in. Cassie Biddle, owner operator of Casey's Steakhouse, will chime in. Zach Bahirtash will chime in. City Councilman Supervisor Leticia Perez will also chime in. Kathy Abernathy set to chime in. And we're working on getting BPD Chief Stratton as well to chime in on that question. But you guys can at any time if you want to chime in by calling or texting 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Call or text. Either way, we'll get you on as soon as you do. Some new laws, where'd they go? Oh yeah, there they are. Some new laws took effect in California that you guys should be aware of. These went in on July 1st, so yesterday, but just in case you didn't get the memo, I am here to give it to you. As I've told you before, gas went up. That is an automatic thing every single year on July 1st. It's supposed to be something about inflation or something, cost of living. I don't know, but it's always crazy to me how elected officials in California will sit there and tell you how they empathize with you and how they feel for you, and they know that times are tough and it's expensive, and California is only getting more expensive, and we want to try to do things to help California be more affordable. And one of those ways is we're going to go ahead and automatically every single year raise your gas tax. How does that even make sense? How in one side of their mouth are they telling you, we want to help, we feel your pain? No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't feel my pain. If you're an elected official at a state level, hell, even at some school boards, if you're, yes, I mean you too, Kern High School District, not just the BCSD. Don't call. I know all of them did it, but if you're an elected official, you don't feel my pain. You make a very good living being an elected official, not just by what you get paid being that elected official, but by all the other things that you get from being an elected official, all the perks that come with it, all the insider information. They all get it. I know there's been a lot of talk about Donald Trump lately and how he's made billions of dollars and he's done this. How dare he's made money off of the presidency? Oh my God, da 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 da. And somebody was posting about it this morning. You know what they said? They said they got us talking about things like transgenders in sports. That doesn't even affect anyone. And I was like, well, hold on, slow down now. You see, you screwed up on that part because one, it does affect somebody. It affects girls all across in sports. So don't tell me that does not affect somebody. It does. So we can have that conversation. They said, but nobody cares when Donald Trump is making billions of dollars. And I was like, you're comparing apples and oranges here, buddy. Two things can be true at the same time. I can be upset that there's boys that want to play in girls' sports, and I can also be upset that Donald Trump and his family is profiting and making billions of dollars off of being the president. But at the same time, is that the only person you're going to be upset at is doing that? Or are you going to be upset at all of the politicians that are doing that? Because all of them do. Every single one of them. Hell, look up whoever your favorite politician is that you think fights hard for you every single day and feels your pain at the pump or feels your pain at the checkout stand. Go ahead and look up how much they make. No, even better, do this. look up how much they were worth before they went into office, and then go ahead and look up how much they're worth while they were in office or after they got out of office. And tell me that they feel our pain. This automatic just raise gas every year and then sit there and tell me, but we're going to try to make California more affordable. No, you're not. By what? Passing a $12 billion housing act and trying to label it as veterans assistance when veterans only get $1 billion of that. And it's not even like going to make it cheaper. You're just giving money away. You're not doing away with regulations that make it so costly to build in this state. No, you're not doing away with any of those things. All you're doing is incentivizing builders by giving them money to build. You're not making it cheaper. You're making it cheaper by giving them more tax money. But you're not actually bringing down the cost of anything. You're giving away money. So next time you hear a politician tell you that they empathize, that they feel your pain, every time they fill up, half of them don't drive their own damn car. Well, some of them do. I know Senator Grove drives her car up and down the state all the time. But they don't feel that. Hell, they don't go to the grocery store, I bet. They don't know what that feels like. It's all fodder. It's all just because they want you to make them think. They want you to think that. Other bills going into effect, though. Schools must adopt cell phone restrictions, which I wholeheartedly agree with. Our school, the school my daughter goes to anyways, no schools on campus. That's the restriction. You don't get a phone on campus. You don't need one. Beginning July 1st, every California school district, county office of education, and charter school must have a policy in place that limits or prohibits student smartphone use during the school day under the Phone Free School Act. The law does not create a statewide cell phone ban. Instead, local school districts will decide how to implement the policy, including whether phones must remain in backpacks, lockers, or other designated locations. The law does include exemptions for emergencies, students with medical needs, teacher-approved educational use, and students with accommodations through an individualized education program. The goal is to improve student learning, mental health, and social interaction by reducing classroom distractions. I bet there's teachers all over the place that are thankful. Can we just outlaw them altogether? Why does a kid ever need a phone at school? And I hear this all the time. Oh, well, JR, just in case of emergency. You know what happened when there was an emergency at my school? When I was a kid? Eventually, they ended up calling our parents. And guess what? I'll be 46 next week. I'm still alive. I've survived. Everything was fine. What does a kid need a cell phone for? If you need to get a hold of, you know what my daughter does when she needs to get a hold of me during the day right now? She goes to the school office. She says, I need to call my dad about blah, 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 blah. I have a headache. And then they call me and say, hey, can we give your daughter an aspirin? You know what happens if there's a school lockdown? We get a text from the school almost immediately that says, hey, heads up, parents, this is going on. There's a lockdown, even when it's a test. Why does a kid ever need a cell phone at school? Don't cry to me about, well, when they walk to school, JR, you know, they need to be able to have that cell phone just in case something happens to them. What about when I walked to school? Don't say it was, it wasn't as dangerous back then. Yes, it was. There just wasn't cell phones capturing everything. You didn't think kids were getting kidnapped in the 80s and 90s? Come on now. We just know about it more because we all have these cell phones and devices in our pockets that can capture those kinds of things, and we all tell each other, and news spreads fast. It's not just neighborhood anymore. It's Kern County activities. But you don't need a cell phone. Kids, listen to me. You don't need a cell phone at school. Hell, you don't even need a cell phone at all Really? You don't. Go to your friend's house. You guys have a meetup and go to the park and play basketball. No, not on your PS. What are we on now? 5, Chris? What,
5.
5? Not on your PS5. I was almost going to say 3. Not on your PS5.
Been a couple years behind, my friend.
Like, I know. Like, actually go outside and dribble a basketball. Throw the football. Not Madden. Throw the football. And if you're going to ride a bike, just be respectful, please. Did you see the other day these bunch of kids chase somebody? I think it was either Oleander or downtown, and they chased this guy and this girl into a backyard, into some random backyard that they were just trying to get away from these kids. And the I guess the house that they jumped into the backyard to escape the gang of bike kids had video cameras, and the guy's like, "Hey, we're just in here. We're just jumped in your backyard because we're getting chased by these kids on bikes. They're throwing rocks at us and they're trying to get us." And then it comes out to the front, and he's like trying to get the kids to go off and get somebody to call the cops. And there's just like 10, 15 kids on bikes. And I wouldn't make note of it, but they were all white and they were all using the N-word. And I'm like, really? The youngest one looked like he was 10 or 11 years old. None of these kids look older than 15. And then one of the kids tried to repost and say, "Oh, well, he was throwing rocks at us first." Well, I watched how you ride your bikes and the way that you post videos of you riding your bikes and the way that you try to do these little tricks around people and swerve out of their way and ride all the way up on them. And I mean all the way up on their ankles before they swerve out of the way, trying not to hit them, acting like they were going to hit them, and swerving real fast. I saw him doing it in front of cars where he would hit the car, like he didn't move out of the way fast enough, and clipped the car and fell off his bike, and then got up and just kept riding his bike and not even going, "Oh man, I probably damaged that car." Bunch of little punks on bikes, dude. I'm like, I wish you would come to my neighborhood. I wouldn't throw rocks at you. You know what we used to do, Chris? You know, the best way to get somebody off a bike? You get a stick and you throw it right in their spokes. Come on now. Right in that front tire, too. Just so, whoop, right over the handlebars.
I can watch the kids falling off bikes all day. I don't care.
All day long. I'll take all of you out. Come at me.
That's also, I think, like, what happens in those types of situations when that kid is that dumb or has something happen and
wants
they
to
do end up getting hit?
wants to swing on an adult and then he gets punched in the face? Well, you know, that's a lesson you got to learn, son. I'm sorry. Don't mess with people that you don't know.
I hit you like your mama should have.
I'll hit you where your mom should have hit you. Lay you out. Now, I don't condone violence, and I don't go condone around smacking other people's kids.
Yep.
They deserve it.
Vigilantism is worth it sometimes.
That's Chris Burdick.
I'm
I do not, and neither does AGM, the JR Show,
Hello.
or any of its sponsors or affiliates. But you do what you got to do to protect yourself. Let's take a break. On the other side, I'll tell you about some other laws taking in effect, like chain restaurants that now have to disclose food allergies. Those food labels on your cans are going to change because they're always confusing. Is it best by, sell by, use by? Which one is it? You know what I usually do? Little smell test. Does that smell good still? What do you think? Does that smell good still? It's going to taste a little bit. Just take a little taste. Yeah, that's still good. Still good. But it said it expired June 30th. I know what it says, but it's still good. Still good. Well, now they got to change all those labels. I'll tell you which ones. K-12 schools changing bathrooms. What? Streaming ads too loud? Maybe not anymore. All that, you guys, took in effect yesterday, I'll tell you. Plus, we're going to ask what it means to you to be an American. We'll talk to some public officials around town in the 2 o'clock hour. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
David Torres got a plea bargain for CSUB coach Kevin Mays. He's only going to do 4 years, which goes to show you how Carmelo Anthony's parents did him wrong. That was a slam dunk case. All they had to do was plead out. They'd have been out in 2, but instead they wanted the money from the trial, and now their kid is going to spend 17 years in prison.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy food, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
I'm John Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
And I'm Jonathan Busby with Team Busby Real Estate.
We just wanted to talk with you about what we do as a team. We do a great job for our clients. Some of the things that we do is when we represent sellers, we don't just put the transaction together. We do our homework and we check their FICO score, source of funds, where the money's coming from, and the job stability. Because what we don't want is to get you into an escrow and the escrow falls out because we didn't do our homework.
With any sort of real estate need that you have, we can accommodate, whether it's residential, commercial, land, or multi-units. We have experience in all and can help you to a successful close.
The background that we have is I was a lender for 5 years. And so I learned quite a bit as far as how to keep a transaction together. We don't just put it together and hope that it closes escrow. Nothing's 100%, but we do stack it in your favor.
With any needs or questions with real estate, give us a call at 661-410-7355 or visit our website at www.teambusby.com.
Did you know termites can silently feast on your home for 3 to 4 years before you see any damage? They can literally eat a bedroom wall in less than 2 years, causing major structural damage to your biggest investment. Don't wait for the evidence to appear. Ryan's Termite is running an early bird special. If you know or even suspect that you have termites, get on Ryan's schedule now for an additional 10% off our already lowest price. All work is guaranteed. There's no money down and no contracts. Plus, in most cases, you won't even have to move or tent your house. Protect your home and save. Call Ryan's today. That's Ryan'sTermiteControl.com.
Hey, folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
When it comes crashing down. I feel like ripping off my shirt right now.
So you have a really complicated relationship with Hulk.
Why? What did he do to you? He's a real
He
American.
didn't do nothing to me, but he is a genuine POS.
No, he's the All-American. He's
No.
an American hero.
Look, Hulk Hogan is the All-American. We could all respect and love the Hulk Hogan wrestler, but
You got to separate the person from the character, Chris.
yeah, that's exactly it.
He's got to separate the person from the character sometimes.
Terry himself was Terry Bonella or Bonella. I don't even know how you pronounce his last name, but yeah, not the best person.
No, but he was great, great wrestler. Probably helped change the face of wrestling.
Yes, 1,000%. I'll give him that.
You know what I mean? Like, really did. It was him, Macho Man, and Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. Those guys, I think, changed the face of wrestling forever.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, there would be no WWE.
Yeah,
or WWF.
Yeah, no Hulk Hogan, no Andre the Giant, no Ultimate Warrior, no Macho Man, no WWE.
It would be a territorial thing.
Oh yeah, Vince McMahon changed the game when it came to wrestling by just buying everything up and saying, "Okay, we're the only guys in town now." And he continued to do that when he bought WCW and stuff like that. Then he ended up buying up those guys and everything.
Yeah.
And buying
Yeah,
up,
and ECW as well.
bought the whole competition, bought them all up. And I know there's still smaller little circuit ones that go around to different areas that still try to do it like that, but ain't nothing ever going to touch WWE.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
Mm,
As somebody who continues to watch it to this day, trust me, you'd be surprised.
yeah, but that's the thing. For guys like you that are completely like enamored and just into the whole thing, for guys that are just like average watchers, they only know WWE.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean though. Nobody will ever hit that tier of wrestling. It just won't.
Gotta give it time.
It won't happen.
There's one on the rise, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but it's not. They've tried, and it just WCW got the closest, and then that's when they were like, "All right, we'll just buy you."
See, I agree with you. At the time, WCW absolutely had it, or was the closest. But
Yeah.
now, no.
No.
AEW, which is the new promotion, now cycles WCW and everything.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, but they're not at the tier of WWE though, because I don't even know. You know what I mean? To the average person,
Again, you're right. That's what I'm saying. You're not wrong in your
Yeah.
thoughts at all. I'm
That's
just
what
saying.
that's what I mean. There's
Gotta give it time.
Nobody will. That's like taking on the NFL. It just isn't going to happen. Hell, the WWE tried to take on the NFL, and they couldn't even succeed.
Oh yeah, Vince tried, but
What was it? The XFL.
Yep.
But that's where we did get the camera angles from, right? Didn't they? Were the first
Oh,
ones
they
to bring
took
in
a-
that
yeah.
camera. They've taken a couple
they
things
take
from
a
that
lot
sport.
from what Vince has put out there. Again, another person that have a very mixed thought process.
Got to
about, but-
separate the man from the character, Chris. That's what I tell people all the time. You got to
See,
separate.
but that one's trickier though because the man also gave us a whole ton of stuff in entertainment, which
Yes, sir.
bugs me. But
You can't. You got to
Ted
separate.
Turner was also that type of person. So I
Yeah,
guess
you
we can
can't.
just look the other way.
You just got to take it. You just got to take it. It's like you got to take some of these crazy laws coming into California. Just the bathroom thing. The K-12 schools, the K through 12 schools must provide an all-gender restroom. Schools with more than one student restroom will be required to offer at least one all-gender restroom. The law applies to public school districts, county offices of education, and charter schools across California. And again, this is just because we want to continue to let kids pick their gender and decide things that they probably shouldn't be deciding as kids. There's a lot of things we don't let kids do that have smaller impacts on their life than we allow kids to make decisions that are going to affect them for the rest of their life at 12 years old. And that is mind-boggling to me, that we allow kids, like, you don't get to decide something minor and minuscule that's not going to affect you for anything. Like, you can't smoke till you're 18. You can't drink. Oh, heck, I think it's 21 now. Isn't it all up to 21? Smoking's 21, drinking's 21. It's
Yeah, I
all
think
21.
smoking got moved to 21 as well.
Yeah. But if you want to change your gender, apparently that is healthy at 12. Smoking? No. Changing your gender? Okay. I don't get it. Make it make sense. But at least with this, and that's the harsh reality of it. And I think Senator Grove had brought up one time where it's like, let's just make a prison for transgenders then or something. You know what I mean? Yes, well, that is one way to solve, I guess, the issues that might arise from that. It costs us money. It costs money to do those things. Now we got to change all the bathrooms. Can't have boys and girls bathrooms anymore. They got to be, that's what I said yesterday. Just make it one man cell. On the other side of the break, we're going to ask the important question for the weekend. What does it mean to you to be an American? If you guys want to chime in, you can do so. 661-842-5376. We'll talk to Donnie Youngblood. We'll talk to Cassie Biddle. We'll talk to Councilman Basher Tash. We'll talk to Supervisor Leticia Perez. We'll talk to Kathy Abernathy. All coming up next. It's the JR Show. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN. 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
Town Hall on St. Peter's in Washington. Around the country, expect the extreme heat to continue ahead of the 4th of July holiday weekend.
The National Weather Service says dangerous record-breaking heat will continue across much of the central and eastern United States. NWS Weather Prediction Center meteorologist Scott Kleebauer says the cities will feel the worst of it.
Metropolitan areas and nearby suburbs, they're going to probably struggle to get out of the upper 70s and maybe even low 80s in some cases.
With humidity making it feel hotter than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, sweat will be dampening the spirits at many celebrations marking 250 years of American independence. Kleebauer says extreme heat will be felt from New York all the way to the Carolinas. I'm Haya Panjwani.
America's 250th birthday celebration is giving members of the military a chance to reflect on the nation they serve. Willie Nelson reports from New York.
As America celebrates 250 years of independence, service members are reflecting on the country they've sworn to defend. Marines and Navy sailors aboard the USS Arlington shared what the milestone means to them.
What does celebrating America's 250th birthday mean to you?
It means celebrating the greatest country on earth. Everything that's led up to this point is amazing.
This is an amazing country. 250 years of freedom. It's quite a privilege.
For me, as a Marine, I see it as a real blessing to be able to represent 250 years of history.
Willie Nelson, New York Harbor.
Iran's Joint Military Command has warned that all oil tankers moving through the Strait of Hormuz must use its approved routes or face a forceful response. The statement from the military command was aired on Iranian state television Thursday. It wasn't immediately clear what sparked the threat from Iran. A mixed day on Wall Street with the Dow up by 594 points. The Nasdaq dropped 207. The S&P 500 unchanged. More at townhall.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716. 800-822-1716.
July 4th will see the launch of so-called...
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
Like gas prices could be going back up slightly. I'm Chris Davis. Just as gas is going down in California, it may be going back up, or just a little. Wednesday, the excise tax for both gasoline and diesel was increased by a couple of cents, says the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. The increases are not dramatic, up by 2 cents for gas and 2 cents for diesel. The state average for gas for regular was at $5.35, says Gas Buddy, the highest in the country because of the state tax. The Amber Alert for 3-month-old Maxence Sorois in Hayward and Alameda County has been canceled, says the California Highway Patrol. They say the child was found, but they have not said much more than that. Kern County was included in that Amber Alert. Sorois was abducted Sunday, and the Amber Alert went out Monday. It was unclear where the child was found. Kevin Mays has taken a plea deal and now will be sentenced on the following charges: pimping, possession of child or youth pornography, and possession of a controlled substance with a firearm. He's the former Cal State Bakersfield assistant basketball coach arrested last September and accused of trafficking a woman. He faced a long list of charges, but with the plea deal may get as much still as 4 years in prison when he is sentenced July 30th. Bakersfield police are hoping you may have the info they need to put 3 armed robbers behind bars. The men held up a 7-Eleven on Union Avenue back on May 27th, say police. One was about 6 feet tall, wearing a gray mask, black hooded sweatshirt, black jeans, and white shoes. One was about 6 feet, wearing a blue Dodgers jacket with white sleeves, dark-colored distressed jeans, and white shoes. And the third was about 5'9", wearing a light-colored hoodie, a gray-colored jacket with black sleeves, and torn, faded jeans. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Please.
Flores.
Time is up. Thank you very
I
much.
had 3 more seconds, and I have the whole thing.
Just,
I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. Here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. Second hour of the program. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Online at currentradio.com, the Current Radio app, and on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Current Radio, and streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, you can look us up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and watch us from the Current Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And this is technically, I guess, the 4th of July edition of the JR Show, even though it's July 2nd. You see, we're off tomorrow. It's going to be a long weekend. Holiday weekend. I'm going to try to take all 3 days off. You guys have a good weekend, but be smart out there. Be safe out there. Be sane out there. Don't drink and drive. Don't hold fireworks in your hand. Don't do anything stupid. Just be cool. Enjoy it. Go out to a professional fireworks show or something and just try to come back on Monday all in one piece. We're asking the question this hour, though, since it is 4th of July weekend. What does it mean to you to be an American? If you guys want to chime in at any time, you can. 661-842-5376. Call in or text. We'll get those on. But I wanted to call some people around town and just get their thoughts on what it means to be an American. And first person I text is, I want to talk to the sheriff. I want to talk to the sheriff. So I text Donnie, and I think we have him on the line. Sheriff Youngblood.
JR, how you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Happy 4th of July.
Well, it's not quite the 4th yet, but it's close.
I know, but I'm off the next couple of days, Sheriff, and I don't want to call you on the 4th. I'll call you on the 4th, Sheriff. If you want, I'll call you and just tell you. I'll call you back up. I know you will. I know you will. You always do, and that's why I appreciate and always respect you. What does it mean to you, though, Sheriff, to you specifically, to be an American?
I think the freedoms that we have that a younger generation doesn't appreciate a great deal because they've never known anything else but this. They've never, a lot of them, majority of them have not been in the military, know what it's like to go to war for your country, to protect those freedoms, the freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, the freedom to live where you want, the freedom to vote and remove people from elected office if you choose to. There's just so many freedoms that we have that we take for granted. And I greatly appreciate those freedoms because the era I grew up in, I think, really accentuates that.
Yeah, I think I got just probably the tail end of that because we were still, experiencing even 9/11. Kids today, you think about how long ago 9/11 was. Kids today weren't even born, and they don't even understand that aspect of it. You know what I mean?
I have deputies that work for me that weren't alive during 9/11.
They don't even understand. They've never had those moments, I think, in their life that brought about a sense of what I think America is and what it stands for and what sacrifices had to be made for those things to exist.
And how precarious it is. We take it for granted that we're always going to have it, but we may not.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of them fight these days will argue with us and talk about another country, not realizing in the country that they're trying to defend wouldn't let them stand for the things that they're trying to stand for.
Well, we have a group of people in the country now who are trying to sell socialism. And we have a whole country in Venezuela, North Korea that are fleeing to get to our country to get away from socialism. And which is in essence communism.
Yeah.
And I think that the generation that I grew up with really appreciated the fact that freedom isn't free, that a lot of our friends, a lot of our acquaintances, a lot of our relatives died to protect those freedoms. And I'm not sure that this generation gets that. I think they will. We have a 9/11 patch that we wear in our uniforms. I'm really proud of a lot of the generation that wasn't even born yet wears that patch. And it's by choice.
Yeah.
So their parents have raised them right and taught them right.
Well, and you mentioned that, and I was just thinking about how how they like my grandfather was at the end of World War II jumping out of planes at 17 years old, and I got to speak to my grandfather and talk about that history, so I got to understand it and have that sense of the sacrifices that they made, where these kids, they don't even have grandparents that were really in war or have any sense of
No, that's true.
of connection to that time.
Go back to D-Day in Normandy, and when we stormed the beaches, every one of those soldiers that hit that beach was pretty sure they weren't coming home.
Yeah.
Yet they went.
But they still went out and they took that call, and even after that, more signed up. It was a different time, a different generation. Sheriff, any tips for the 4th of July for the people out there?
Yeah, hang on to your fingers. Don't play with fireworks.
Don't play with fireworks. Don't.
If you're going to consume alcohol, don't get in the car.
Thank you.
We have Uber.
Thank you,
Use
Sheriff.
it.
Tell them they end up better off in the back of an Uber than the Kern County Sheriff's Office car, right?
We don't want you.
We really don't.
We really don't.
We really don't. Trust me. We can do without the headache of your drunk butt in the tank this weekend.
We don't like drunk.
We don't want to deal with them. That's funny. Any plans for the weekend, Sheriff? You gonna just celebrate and just kind of take it in, take it relax? Are you working all weekend?
I'm in the mountains right now, and I plan on staying here unless something major happens.
Right on, Sheriff. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. Appreciate you and always have respect for you, Sheriff. Thank you so much.
You as well, JR.
All righty. Thank you so much, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, answering the question, what it means to him to be an American. Let's call up, who are we calling next? Cassie Biddle. Give Cassie a call. And then we'll call City Councilman Zach Bashirtash here after that and get his answer as well. I texted Cassie and told her, hey, answer your phone because I'm calling you today and I'm going to ask you what it means to you to be an American. She is, for those that don't know, the owner operator over at Casey's Steakhouse on F Street. Not just that, but the speakeasy right next door to it, the Stockyard. If you guys want to go in, I believe the Stockyard, and we'll ask her, is open tonight, and you can get in there and celebrate all weekend. We'll also get the hours for Casey's Steakhouse in the Stockyard for the holiday weekend. Not only that, she is on the Planning Commission, and now she is a candidate for Ward 3 City Council. And one of my favorite people in all of town, Miss Cassie Biddle. Good afternoon, Madame.
Good afternoon, JR. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you, woman. All of Bakersfield can hear you. We can always hear Cassie Biddle. I just want happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to you.
I wanted to ask, what does it, we just talked to the sheriff. I don't know if you heard Sheriff Donnie Youngblood share his thoughts on what it means for him to be an American, but what does it mean to you, specifically to you, to be an American?
I think you're going to get a lot of the same answers, which are the best answers ever. And we are so blessed to live in this country. And when I think about that, I think about the gratitude that I have for those that came before me and gave me every opportunity that I have today, from those that gave their lives to fight for our country and those that have chose to take public service and make sure that we get to keep those freedoms and those rights that are given to us from our Constitution.
Yeah, I think that gets lost a little bit in today's world, but it's just knowing that we are free. Like, even the people that disagree with me, they're free to have that thought, to have those ideas, to have those opinions. You know what I mean? And that alone speaks to the greatness of America, that we all are here for one thing. It's to pursue of happiness, right? I mean,
oh yes, we have the right to have those uncomfortable conversations and voice our opinions when sometimes it's not the most popular opinion. And you don't see that in other countries, and countries that have been around a lot longer than we have. So for us to keep this going and create what we have through the years, it's an absolute blessing for us to be born and to be able to live in this country.
That's right. Amen to that. What are the hours this weekend over at Casey's Steakhouse in the Stockyard?
We are closed on Saturday on both places. We're going to be at home with our doggies, so I'd love to be able to take this opportunity to say, please, no illegal fireworks. It is a long night for all the pet owners out there. We've got some great events going on this weekend, so you can get your fill at the 250th celebration on Friday night. But I will be staying at home with my puppies.
There you go. So both the Casey's Steakhouse and the Stockyard closed on Saturday. Always closed on Sunday, but definitely closed on Saturday for the 4th of July, right?
But we are open tonight, both places. We've got Jimmy Gaines with live music in Casey's, and then we've got Friday night la-di-da over in the stockyard. So we've got 2 opportunities to get some our air conditioner and listen to some live music and have some good food before we take a much-needed little vacation with our family.
All I'm saying is that technically today's my Friday, Cassie, because I'm off tomorrow. So I could go into the stockyard tonight and technically call it a Friday night.
You got it. I saved you one of Lodgy's cookies, so I didn't forget about you.
I saw those. Yes, I commented. I saw you post a bunch of cookies that Bladgy Rodriguez dropped off to you in honor of your announcement for Ward 3. And congratulations on that. I haven't really got to talk to you about that much, but congratulations. I know you'll do well. And we'll have plenty of opportunity to bring you on to talk about that. But this, I specifically wanted to ask you what it meant to be an American. So thank you for taking your time out of your day and sharing that with us. I appreciate you so much and everything that you do in this community.
You are a blessing too, JR. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, or tonight.
Maybe tonight. Me and the daughter might be in there for our dinner. You know us every Thursday.
Hey,
So
I love it.
all right,
Raising
girl.
Another great American. Have a good day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, madam. You do as well. Cassie Biddle, everybody, owner operator at Casey Steakhouse. And as she said, they are closed on Saturday. So don't try to go in for lunch on Saturday. And if you're off tomorrow, go in tomorrow. Heck, go in tonight. You're off tomorrow. Why not? Enjoy the evening. Act like it's a Friday night. Get in to either Casey Steakhouse or the Stockyard over on F Street and just enjoy a good time with all of the people there. What time did I tell Zach I would call him right now? 2:20?
2:20, something like that. Want to take a
Uh,
break first?
yeah, let's go ahead and take a break real quick. We'll take a break, and then on the other side, we'll make some more phone calls to some of our favorite people in town. Speaking of the city council, City Councilman Zach Bashir-Tash will join us. He'll tell us what it means for him to be an American. We'll also talk with Supervisor Leticia Perez, get the same answer from her. Kathy Abernathy will also share her thoughts as well. And maybe a couple of other people I find in my Rolodex might receive a phone call. So if you hear me and you know, you might just receive a phone call. Oh, speaking of which, I got to give a shout out, a birthday shout out to my boy, Kevin Miser. Happy birthday, Mr. Miser. You're a great dad with an awesome heart for humans. I will say that. Kevin Miser is the kind of person that will take his shirt off of his back literally in the moment if you need it. He's that kind of dude. So happy birthday, Mr. Miser. Enjoy it and enjoy that golf game tomorrow. We'll get out and play soon. I promise. We'll get to a break. On the backside, we'll talk with City Councilman Zach Bashir-Tash, Supervisor Perez about what they think, what they feel like it means to be an American. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
A educational conversation between J.D. Vance and Bill Maher. This is the opportunity. This is the door that's been opened. You got 13 members now of the Democrat Party saying, hey, we like capitalism. And this is the opportunity for other Democrats.
Hello, what's up, y'all? What's up? I haven't jumped in here, bro. I can tell you that schools been to parents. Oh, every time. It's the coddling thing, Sergio, man. It's back in my day, it wasn't like that, dude. It was a whole different ball game. Parents and teachers were on the same side of each other, and I don't know if that's what caused it. Like kids, I say kids, but people my age didn't want to be the same as their parent and take sides with the teacher or something. I don't know. I don't know, and it's a different world of parenting out there. But yeah, you're in it every day, man. What do you think about KC Camera Boy? Kern County Transparency is from Kern County. Who is? I don't know. I don't know who KC Camera Boy is. What is he? What is he on? What is he on? What? You heard it.
You can also log into BakersfieldDentalOffice.com for more information. Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now there's an
But I don't know who KC Camera Boy is. Is he the one that goes up to cops and asks for badge numbers and all kinds of things like that? I've seen that dude before, but I don't know if that's the same person you're talking about. Being an American isn't about where you were born or what your background is. It's about embracing the responsibility to make this country better than you found it. Amen to that, Serge. Order the pickup days next week at your station, Anthony. It's Tuesday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 11 to 4. Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays, 11 to 4. Let's get.
In 2026, Bay Alarm celebrates 80 years of security. For the Central Valley, that means local service, including burglar and fire alarm systems, 24/7 in-house monitoring, and custom security designed to work with business operations. Bay Alarm has real people rooted in your community, looking out for your business. After 8 decades and 3 generations of family ownership, our promise is still the same. We got you. Learn more at bayalarm.com.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 AERN. The block, TRBS, coming up at 3.
Skira singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Up above. Darn right I do. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. Take us anywhere you are on the Current Radio app and also streaming live on YouTube. Want to thank Donnie Youngblood, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood, for taking time out to tell us what it means to be an American to him, and also Cassie Biddle, owner-operator of Casey's Steakhouse and candidate for Ward 3 City Council. Want to thank both of them for answering the question, what it means to them to be an American. I believe we have City Councilman Zach Bashertash on the line now, set to answer the same question. Good afternoon, Councilman. How are you? I'm doing good. Happy 4th of July, brother. That's Yeah, no, I've just been, I was thinking about it and going, what does it mean to be an American? And it's an individual question, not just a blanket situation. Personally, to you, what does it mean to be an American?
Absolutely. I love that question. I'm very fortunate and grateful in the fact that on one side of my family, I'm a first-generation American. On the other side of my family, I've got a long history of amazing men that served this country. My grandpa was buried in Arlington National Cemetery, along with his brother, and it's incredible. I remember growing up and talking to my dad, who came from the Middle East, and why, hearing his perspective coming to the U.S. and why it was so important to them, and it was just the what was communicated to them, what they grew up being taught, was if you got to the U.S. and you invested in your brain and you worked hard with your hands, you could achieve anything. And people can complain and say whatever they want now, but it's still true to this day. And my gosh, it's such an amazing privilege to be able to do that and not worry about someone just coming along and just taking it from you. There's so many countries that you could work yourself to death and never achieve anything. Or you get yourself somewhere and all of a sudden the government is so crooked and corrupt, they just come in and take it from you, or imprison you, or any of that stuff. I mean, this is the most diverse country in the entire world, and I think a lot of that's just lost because of a lot of the crazy stuff that goes on in the media now. But I mean, you walk outside your front door and your neighbors are different. They don't look like you or talk like you. And it's a blessing. It's an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. And you can only find that in the U.S. on the scale that we have. People always compare to this little tiny European country that has, 10 million people to us and our hundreds of millions of people. It's just, this is such an amazing thing that's been done, and it's worth fighting for. It's worth protecting, to be able to go outside every day and to have the freedom to say whatever I want. I mean, you can say whatever you want. This is one of the only countries in the entire world where you can say whatever you want and even hate the country that people sacrifice millions of lives for you to have the freedom to say what you want. I mean, it's a blessing. I know as a man of faith, I know that true freedom is found in Jesus Christ, my Savior. But here on earth, I'm so grateful for the freedom that's found in this country and being able to do what we do. I mean, I'm just so stinking grateful to be able to have a fireworks show in our city to be able to go to, and to be able to go down the street and eat at whatever I want. If I want to clog my arteries, I have the freedom to do so. And I mean, I can't tell you how many employees I have that work for me that come from other countries across the world, and their countries fell apart and they just ran to try and get to the U.S. and they all have the same thing in common. It's the government came in and took their right to bear arms and defend themselves away. And I'm like, I love the fact that I have that freedom to defend myself against people that would do harm to myself or my family or tear. I mean, it's a huge blessing. I wish people would invest more into history. I don't know how English and math are mandatory in school now and some of these other weird classes they make people take, but history is not. The solutions to a lot of the problems we fight with are found in history, and we can learn from that. Our founding fathers fought to preserve history. We have libraries full of history of all the incredible things that we've done, and it's a blessing. As I reflect on it all, I think most about the sacrifice that was invested into this country, and it breaks my heart that people would say things negative about this country and the freedoms that we have. But so many people that put their lives on the line for them to have such a skewed perspective. But it's a blessing nonetheless to be able to have that freedom to be where we are and do what we do. I mean, God bless America.
Amen to that, brother. Do you feel like, and coming from a family that with immigrants, do you feel that the sense of patriotism more because they've come from a place that didn't have those freedoms, like you mentioned? Do you feel like there's more sense of a pride in that?
Oh, absolutely. Shoot, my family wasn't born in this country, that are citizens of this country now. I mean, they're fired up about being Americans. They're so grateful for all of the opportunity that was in front of them. I mean, it's just like I remember the barbecues growing up and the holidays and them not knowing what a lot of the American holidays we celebrate are supposed to look like, or what an American barbecue looks like, and just having some burnt steaks and just being happy as all get out, and overcooked meat. Because a lot of the world, they don't look at medium rare or rare. It's well done. It's all philosophy. I'm like, but just having that and lighting a firework off, it's just like, wait, we can go out and shoot and have a gun and be able to it was mind blowing, and being able to see that in their minds as they come and they experience the freedom we have. It's just. People understand until you travel to a country that doesn't have the freedoms that the U.S. does. It's difficult to put it into context.
Yeah, I think even myself sometimes I take it for granted, that I live in America in a place with so many freedoms, and that's why I love your perspective of it, coming from a family that's migrated over here, both, you know what I mean? And so I thank you for sharing your perspective on that, brother. And I thank you for all the work that you're doing in the community and everything that your family does. Thank you so much for taking your time out today too, as well, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that. In 10 seconds, last comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have the freedom to vote. My gosh, how many countries, horrible dictators get put into positions, and people, they don't have the ability to vote to determine their future. In this country, you look at elections, how many people actually turn out?
Yeah, 30%. Yeah, it's Sam. It's a shame.
It's a shame, and they get spoon-fed by some weird video they watched on Instagram, and they develop their entire personality and political ideology based on this. It's like, read, look, you can find the facts. The truth is out there, and it's not hard, but participate, fight for your freedoms before the freedoms are no longer there.
Yeah,
my God.
Get engaged. You can make a difference if you just get involved and get engaged.
That's right. That's right.
And that's a part of the beauty of this country. Thank you so much, Councilman, for taking time out of your day. I appreciate it so much. Happy 4th of July, you and the kids and the family, man.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Councilman Zach Bashirtash on what it means to him to be an American. That was great. I like this. On the other side, we'll talk to a couple more people. A supervisor, Leticia Perez, will chime in. Tell us what it means to her. Kathy Abernathy will also join us, and maybe another little special guest as well. All that coming up next. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
Heath Peters in Washington. Rescuers have pulled a 43-year-old security guard alive from a collapsed basement, ending a grueling days-long operation that became a symbol of hope after the devastation of twin earthquakes that struck Venezuela 8 days earlier. Hernan Alberto Gil Flores was extracted safely after being trapped since June 24th under the rubble of the basement of the Gallerias Playa Grande shopping center. A former Olympian has been indicted on a felony charge for alleged vandalism of the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. David Hearn is a former Olympic canoe racer who is indicted on a single count of property destruction in Washington, D.C. court. On Wall Street, the Dow by 594 points. This is SRN News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds.
Headlines from the KERN Newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. Kevin Mays pleaded to charges Wednesday of pimping, possession of child or youth pornography, and possession of a controlled substance with a firearm. He's the former California State University Bakersfield assistant basketball coach who was arrested last September and accused of pimping a woman long term. He faces a possible 4 years in prison when he's sentenced July 30th. Just as gas is going down in California, it may be going back up just a little. Wednesday, the excise tax for both gasoline and diesel was increased by a couple of cents, says the California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. The increases are not dramatic, up by a couple of cents for gas and diesel. The state average for gas for regular was at $5.35, says Gas Buddy. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here from the First Look with Scott Cox radio program. We are taking Friday off to celebrate our 4th of July weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great time, safe, sane, all that. Don't drive drunk, all of that stuff. And then join us back here Monday, same time, same channel, 6 to 9, right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN. Take me home.
West Virginia. I had to play the victory song of the U.S. men's national team.
Is that what this is?
Heck yeah.
This is the hold on. This is the
Every time we win, this is the song they play.
This is the best they could do.
The best they could do.
This doesn't even have any.
It's Country Roads by John Denver.
I get it, but can I get a little something that's a little more upbeat if we're going to be celebrating?
No, you cannot.
Victories and everything. It's country.
American. Look at this.
Really,
Look at
that's the best we can do for a victory song. That. Okay, whatever. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online. KernRadio.com. Download the Kern Radio app. Find us on social media and also streaming live on YouTube where you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios powered by Adaptive Networks. Call them for your IT needs. 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. We've been calling people and just getting their opinion on what it means to be an American. We have talked with Sheriff Donnie Youngblood. We've talked with Cassie Biddle from owner operator Casey Steakhouse. We've talked with Zach Bashir-Tash, and now we are going to talk with Supervisor Leticia Perez. Good afternoon, Madame. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you so much for including me in that illustrious group. I sincerely appreciate it.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to you in a long time, and I talk with your chief of staff, Christian Romo, all the time, but I don't get to talk to you as often. And I was like, hey, I need a wide range of people from different walks of life and perspectives and thoughts and ideas to answer the question, because that's what America is. That's what makes America, that we're all different. We all come from different places. We all come from different beliefs. We all come from different backgrounds. And I just want that to give me a sense of how everybody feels, what it means to you to be an American.
To be an American, JR, is to be in the happiest place on earth. And I don't mean Disneyland. Disneyland's a lot of fun, okay? It really is.
It is.
You can have a Disneyland anywhere on the globe. But what you don't have is any other nation but the United States where happiness is an actual driving principle of our forefathers. And you've heard it: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately changed to pursuit of property. But fundamentally, what was so central to our forefathers, they gathered together as essentially a very monolithic group of people. These were, white landowners, male, essentially very similar, originating from a similar place on the globe, and they out the most aggressive, progressive Bill of Rights to afford individuals who may come here from anywhere on the globe and say what you want, assemble how you want, live with whom you choose, worship however you feel or not. This is the place where happiness is rooted in our documents. It's rooted in our institutions. Are they perfect? Of course not, because the people who comprise them are not perfect. But they are institutions that have aggressively, and more than anywhere else on the globe, pursued happiness for individuals to choose and live with freedom, with liberty, with the relative low economic restraints, to pursue wealth if that's your love. But this is the happiest place on earth. It is a singular, exceptional place where, again, more languages, more nationalities, more cultures, more religions. We hope, right, all gathered around the flag, but knowing that this is a place where the light of the world still shines, imperfectly, but it shines brighter than anywhere else, because here you can pursue happiness. So for me, to be an American means I get to go to Disneyland too if I can afford it, if I can. But the very institutions that have brought me here, that have made it possible for somebody like me, JR, anywhere else on the globe, I'd be a slave.
Yeah.
In America, I can get some power. In America, I can get some relevance. In America, I can have some influence as a poor East Sider from the poorest congressional district in the United States. America.
I love that. I can relate to that so much, because I was going to say the same thing. It's opportunity and freedom, right? It's the fact that myself, a poor little Mexican boy from the south side of Bakersfield, born to a single mother on welfare, can grow up, and today I can call the sheriff, I can call my supervisor, I can call a councilman, I can call this person, because I've put in that work to make those connections, to be able to do that in another place. Like you said, being poor, born on the south side of a town would have left me poor on that side of town. There's no room for that growth to be able to become somebody and do something and make a difference and make change. You know what I mean? And so I share that sentiment with you so much about when, as soon as you said you're just a poor little Mexican from the east side, I was like, I'm just a poor little Mexican boy from the south side.
Oh, but I literally would be a slave. Here, I get to have some dignity, some ability to transform my community, to influence it in any way that I can. As a woman, JR, with nothing,
Yeah.
I mean, it's why I say happiness was central to the thinking and the souls of our founding fathers. They were not even looking to necessarily extend that to, the world per se as a population, but they understood that these principles, right, the pursuit of happiness begins with expression, begins with a government that doesn't get to tell you how to think, how to worship, how to vote, a government that doesn't get to impose that on you, a government that must have warrants to search your home and private places, a government that must, recognize a right to silence, by the accused or for the accused. These are the most aggressive ideas that have existed in our civilizational history, JR, about the individual, about the individual's liberty, about its soul's liberty to breathe, to love, to live, and to pursue a profession that brings you
Yeah.
that is so uniquely existing in America. And there's many wonderful places on the globe that offer many beautiful things. And I think God bless them all, but there is no place like America. It is exceptional. I didn't say perfect, but we have to participate in its institutions, JR, so that we can keep perfecting it.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much, Supervisor, for taking time out of your busy, busy day. And I hope you have a happy 4th of July weekend. Any plans?
Thank you. We'll be home. We're going to do a little fireworks outside, and we're old school on the east side. And of course, I don't think we'll have much of a choice. There'll be an enormous display in the sky here on the east side. So
No, not at all.
I'd like to enjoy some of that too.
Well, you have a happy 4th with you and the boys, and I know you guys will have a good time. I hope to talk to you very soon. Thank you again for taking time out of your day.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks so much. Supervisor Leticia Perez, everybody. That was a great answer because, like I said, I share that same sentiment. That she called it the pursuit of happiness, and it's having those opportunities to be able to pursue whatever makes you happy. That's what I was going to share with you guys. For me, it's the fact that I had that chance. I had that opportunity to do that in this country, that, as she mentioned, you could be a poor person from whatever side of town that you came from. For Supervisor Perez, it was the east side. For me, it was the south side of Bakersfield. And to think that I would have never imagined being a kid walking to Frank West Elementary or getting dropped off at Kern Junior High or getting a ride from my neighbor Bob, who owned Bob's Bait Bucket, over to South High School, and him telling me, never stop learning. Never stop learning. I take classes at Bakersfield College. This was a 70-year-old man saying, I take classes at BC just to keep my mind sharp, just to always keep learning. But I would have never imagined then that I would have the opportunity to today be able to sitting at my desk, go, you know what I'm gonna do today? We're gonna talk about what it means to be an American to individuals, and those individuals that I'm gonna call some of the most prominent people in this city that I have in my Rolodex. That I came from where I came from, and I'm able and capable to do that today. Blows my mind every time. And it's because I live in a country like America. And you can choose to hate this country. That's the freedom of it. That's what you have to understand, is that you have that right. In another country, you will not have that right. Some countries you don't get to have your own ideas and thoughts and freedom of expression. Now, again, like she said, is it the best? Is it perfect? No. No. Why? Because we're human. We screw things up. We'll screw up the most perfect of things. Do I need to go back to the Garden of Eden? I mean, come on. But it's the value, it's the fundamental core of this country that you have freedom. to choose or not to choose opportunity. Unfortunately, we see that today. If you choose to be homeless and live on the streets, you can. If you choose to pursue a career in whatever it is that you want to, those opportunities are there for everybody. That's America. That's what generations have died for us to have those freedoms. And that's what people leave and flee other countries for, is the opportunity, the freedoms that they don't get in another country. And it's all those different opinions and thoughts and expressions and ideas that make America. It's not one way or just my way. It's sharing in each other's thoughts and ideas and trying to make it as best as we can for everybody. Not just for me and mine, but for you and yours as well. And so just as you're celebrating America this weekend, just take time to think about what it means to you, what it means to you to be an American. As I mentioned to the city councilman, I think sometimes we even I fall into that of taking it for granted. He brought up how 30% of people turn out to vote in this county. Just in this county. I'm not even going to talk about the state or the nation, just in this county alone. And they say that's good. People are like, yeah, we're one of the better counties. We have 30-some% people of eligible registered voters, which is another thing. Why isn't everybody going out to register to vote? Some countries don't have that. We take that for granted. 70% of the population, or at least 70% of registered voters, and that's not even the entire population. That's just the people that even took the time to register. 70% aren't even voting, or taking that for granted. So just think over the weekend as you're around family, maybe hanging around the pool or the barbecue and maybe having a drink or whatever you choose to do. Remember, you have that freedom to choose that because you live in America and people died for that right. And people died trying to get here to have that. God bless America. Let's go ahead and take a break. On the other side, we'll try to find out what we learned today.
You don't want to make that last call?
You want me to make that last call?
That's up
Chris?
to you.
You want me to make that last
That's up to
call?
you.
Why? You don't even know who I was going to call.
I do.
Who?
Kathy.
Oh, that's right. We were going to call Kathy. That's right.
Who did you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I was like, whoa, wait a second. You don't know who I'm trying to call. Yeah, we'll squeeze in Kathy as well and try to get out of here before 3 o'clock. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. This is the JR Show. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
There's no telling what's going on inside the head of the president. First, it's this ridiculous MOU where the Iranians are making millions. Then we're going to turn over $300 billion more to them. And now he scuttles an affordable housing bill. It's almost as if he is trying, as we head into the midterms, to destroy the Republican Party.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Today is Thursday, which means the stockyard is open. That's right. 2525 F Street, the little speakeasy right next to KC Steakhouse from the folks that bring you KC Steakhouse. Let's say you're waiting for a table at KC Steakhouse. Guess what? Go right next door to the stockyard. You can wait for your table while you have a drink in one of the finest speakeasies, not in Bakersfield, not in Kern County, but all of California. That's right. Come on in. There's ropes. There's a carpet. You wouldn't even know it's there. Ring the doorbell. They're going to ask you the password. Tell them, why not JR? Then walk through the time portal that is the speakeasy at 2525 F Street, the stockyard. Have a drink with Haley. Have a drink with me. I'll be in there this weekend. Plus, they got live music going. They also got a banquet room right next door if you want to host a party, a birthday, a bridal shower, those holiday parties coming up. They will have you covered. It's the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Don't forget the password, why not JR? It's the Stockyard, speakeasy.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Let's be honest, money can feel overwhelming. Markets change, life changes, and most people are left wondering, am I actually on track? That's where MoneyWise comes in. We help people simplify the complex, make smart financial decisions, and move forward with confidence, without the jargon, without the pressure. Retirement planning, big life transitions, or just getting organized and knowing where you stand. And now you can find us in a new home, the historic Woolworth building, right in downtown Bakersfield. MoneyWise, clear advice, local roots. Learn more at moneywiseguys.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through LPL Financial. LPL Financial and MoneyWise Wealth Management are independently owned and operated.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Real American.
What is this one?
Kurt Angle.
Oh, gosh.
Only Sergio will appreciate this.
I was going to say, you're going deep, brother.
Olympian wrestler.
Oh, yeah, I know who Kurt Angle is. Don't try that.
Won a gold medal with a broken neck.
Look, if you talk about the WWE in like the 90s and maybe even to early 2000s, I'll pick up what you're saying. But after that, that's where I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. Do we have any text messages? If anybody chiming in of what it means to them to be American, let's clear those out first and foremost.
Let's see.
661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN.
Not really anybody saying what it's like to, or
what are they saying on there then?
True to be an American. This first one just says, there's a lot of people I'm fine with the fact that they don't choose to vote because they don't know what they're voting for.
Well, no, I am too. Trust me, I'd rather have an educated voter than an uneducated voter. There's a lot of those out there as well that just go, oh, yeah, I'm going to register to vote. And Democrat sounds better than Republican, or Republican sounds better than... Just get educated, then vote. Yes, you're absolutely right. What, anything else?
Just Jimbo, but it's all a lot of quotes and stuff. I'm sorry, Jimbo. A lot of your text messages are too long to read.
Jimbo. Love you. Put down the joint, then call in.
I appreciate you, sir.
Put down the joint, then call in. 661-842-5376. If you guys want to chime in, 661-842-KERN. Spent a lot of time trying to figure out what it means to be an American. Call the second number I gave you.
Second number?
See if she picks up. Gonna call a special guest first, and then we'll see if we can sneak in the rest of our list. I think we made it through most of them. We talked to Donnie Youngblood, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood. We also talked with, just put her straight on. Don't even talk to her, because if you talk to her, she's gonna get all blah blah blah. Just make it ring right on the air. We talked with Cassie Biddle
Your call has
also.
been
It went straight to it. Did she block us? Sounded like she blocked us. Did that even ring? It didn't even ring.
No, I was just I usually put it up to my ear just to make sure the buttons get pressed with this phone, but
she straight blocked us. But we talked to Sheriff Donnie Youngblood. We talked with Cassie Biddle, owner operator of Casey Steakhouse. We also talked with City Councilman Zach Bashertash and Supervisor Leticia Perez, all about what it means to them to be an American. Most of it, we got freedom, blessed just to be here, and opportunity as well. We have a phone call, sir.
we do. Bill is on the line.
Bill, you're on the JR show. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, JR. Well, as a person who's traveled the world,
Uh-huh.
why is it every time I come back to this country, I am so thankful?
Yeah, you've been to a lot of places, Bill?
Oh, yes. I have been around the world,
Okay.
31 countries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And nothing like America, huh?
You know, even you go to England and you go to, I just love Scotland and Ireland because of the beer. But anyway, that's
There you
beside the
go.
point.
That's American, baby.
That's America. But it just feels good to be here. You go to other countries and you got cops always looking after you. I was in Costa Rica and I had my cross out, my necklace cross, and the cop came up and says, "You got to put it on your shirt because they'll come by and rip you off."
Really?
And yeah, and I've never had that ever said around here in America.
Wow.
And it's just different. You go to the Middle East and just the feeling that you're being depressed all the time. You can't speak your mind. I mean, some of the crud that people say online and in person, you would be in jail.
Oh, yeah.
And I may not like what they say, but I certainly give them the power to say what they say.
Right.
And so, when I hear about all these people who are voting for the socialist Democrats, that they're keep on voting, go to some of these countries,
Yeah, see what it's like.
see what it's like.
Yeah, that's what I think I said earlier. A lot of the people that will go and try to defend another, like Palestine, for instance, or any of these Middle Eastern countries that they try to defend, and it's like, do you know you would be killed for the things that you're saying right now?
Absolutely.
Like, they will hang you in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Israel, and you go to the mound, and it's controlled by the Jews and by
The Muslims.
well, the Muslims.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the correct word. And if you say something wrong, they'll throw your butt out of there, and we'll just ostracize you right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's you just don't know how good you have it. I mean, just listen to some of these foreigners that have coming over for the soccer world championship.
Oh yeah, they're in love with our country, Bill. In love with our
They love
country.
it.
In love with our country. I got to get out of here, Bill. But thanks for calling in. Have a happy 4th of July weekend.
You too.
Thanks so much for calling in, Bill. Appreciate your perspective and appreciate all of you guys listening today. Appreciate Sheriff Donnie Youngblood sharing his thoughts. Cassie Biddle, owner-operator, Casey Steakhouse. Remember, they're closed on Saturday. City Councilman Zach Bashertash and Supervisor Leticia Perez as well. Thank all of them for sharing their thoughts on what it means to be an American. You guys have a happy 4th of July. Be safe. Don't drink and drive, and keep an eye on your pets and your kids around the pool as well. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
Town Hall, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Americans' opinions on the country vary ahead of its landmark anniversary. Haya Panjwani reports.
Some U.S. citizens.
Stella's mom. Where did you wait? You went to Frank West as well? When? Because I was there from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade, which was, oh my goodness, 85 through 92. 85 through 92, I was at Frank West, and then I was at Kern Junior High, and then I was at South High. But you went back and became a principal. Wow, I want to talk to you more. Send me an email, jr@kernradio.com. All you guys out there, happy 4th of July. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good weekend. Me too, through 6th grade. I'm older than you. All right, okay. I feel you. Thank you, Stella. It's mom. And thank you all you guys again. Have a good weekend. Happy 4th of July, America!